This is Andy's DIY. I am working on an 850 series Craftsman rear tine tiller. The engine's bad, and we're going to put an engine from Harbor Freight on there, a Predator, that's a little smaller but has a little bit more cc's to it, so it's supposed to be a good little substitute for it. With a coupon, you get it for about right at $100, 108 with tax, depending on where you live. And I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so here's the one I'm working on here. I'll show you what we got here. Here's the model number. This thing's in pretty good shape. It just ran a little low on oil, so that, of course, you know what happens with all that. So what you want to do, this is what I'm going to be putting in it. That's what's going to go in it. And we'll see how that works out. So you're going to start by getting this cover off here. You've got two screws on the top part of the cover. They're going to be 3/8 screws. There's one like right here, one back here. And then you are going to need to remove the tire, and all that holds it on, you know, is cut this. You're going to need to pick up blocks up on this so you'll be able to have it up off the ground. You can get rid of it, just like that. And then you're going to have this 1/2 inch nut here. That's it, that's all that holds that on. There's a screw hole there, and of course the nut. So, all that's left to do really, here's the drive belt, here's the tensioner. This belt, we may replace that belt, we'll see. Helped do this for a friend of mine. All that holds this on, you have to recycle this to the new motor. And you basically just have 4 bolts. You've got 2 here and 2 on the back side, and then the whole thing just lifts off. You have to put that on. The biggest thing is getting this to the right, in the right line with your pulleys. So this is a 4mm Allen key right here. I've already broken it loose, but I usually stick something like this on there. Get a little bit of leverage here, and you can kind of pop it loose, or socket, whatever you need. Once you get that to start undoing here, this little set screw, you just slide your pulley off, and then that's off. So that's going to go to your new machine there. All right, let's get the machine off here. Okay, so you got 4 1/2 inch nuts here. I'll start breaking loose here all the way around, 2 in front, 2 in the back. Okay, so what you got left here is I've got the 4 nuts off, front and back. This bolt kind of split out, so it's moving. All you got left to do is unhook the throttle cable here. It's 8mm, or I'm not sure what it is in standard there. So just undo this. You won't need that anymore. Take that off, and the motor should be ready to come off. Okay, and then your motor's off. Okay, so this zip ties to hold their keyway in. This pulley on this one already has the keyway built into it, so I'm going to be removing that and then slide this into place. I may have to put a shim. I've seen some other people have to put a shim in here because you want to have it in line with the other belts, but it looks like it might go right on. We'll see how that goes. As far as bolting it on, it fit exactly right, like it was made for it. 4 bolts went in. It did help to use your 1/2 inch, like a short extension like that, just so you could swing it in the place in the bottom through here to tighten everything up. The long one's just a little too much. The short one doesn't get you there. But just a 1/2 inch all the way around. Also, another trick you can do is to keep this thing from turning. You can put pressure on the head of the bolt as you get the nut on there to get that snug. This other side, you can actually slide in this half and get the head of the bolt there, and then tighten it down. I was getting it extra tight, doing this, using this technique there to really get them ratcheted down really tight in those tight places. So bolt it on really easy. I just got to slide this out and slide the spindle on to see where it ends up. All right, so here you go. What's nice about this setup here, I've seen other people have different. This is just perfect for this. You just slide it on. I got the old keyway off, or the one that came with it. And what's nice with this set screw is you won't need to shim it. You can just put it right, if you need it here, and just put your set screw in. So this I'll just be able to line it up here, get it all the way in line with my belts. Once I feel like I got it where I want it, and I just tighten my set screw down. So this whole engine setup with Harbor Freight we'll get it cranked up here in just a minute, but the whole setup was really easy. From start to finish, this shouldn't take anybody more than, at the most, an hour, probably 45 minutes total if you don't have to stop and do anything. It's really pretty quick and a very easy job. Something I did to help me line up this spindle, like I said, this was, the cover fits over it. I've seen some where the shafts are so long that people have to cut a hole through it. This thing works out well. So what I did was I reused the keyway that's already in the spindle, got my nut tied on the bottom, a little tapping nut down here, and then what I did was I put a rag. I tied the rag up around that. I engaged the oh, I can't remember, the tensioner here. That way I made sure I had everything lined up before I tightened it down. And that way I got it nice and lined up. And that was it. This was probably one of the easiest things I've had to do. It's good to know though. I may go ahead and add, this didn't come with a screw right here when I took it apart. I like the idea of maybe getting a screw to make that tighter, but it didn't come with that. But other than that, this was a really easy job to do. I'll fire it up here in a minute.